good afternoon to all of you. Here, on behalf of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University, I welcome all of you in today's session about full stack development. Moreover, I would like to welcome our today's guest, Mr. Lalit Sharma. He worked as a web developer and just for entrepreneurship. He plays important role in front-end and full-stack development. So here, by not wasting much time, I would over to Mr. Sharma to continue our today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for giving me this kind of opportunity. I would like a warm welcome to everybody. And without introducing myself, let us get started. Thank you very much. So just confirm if you are able to see my screen. So basically, in this session, we'll be creating a software, a sort of software, which is going to be useful in somehow, in any sense, in for applying any company for any for sort of job also, I would say. So in this, basically we'll be having three sections mainly. So if we talk about, one is the HTML part, second is the CSS part, that is for designing the website, and this is for the layout actually for the website. Now we are going to create basically a e-commerce website, and in this HTML the layout would be created. In CSS we'll be designing the website, then we afterwards going to convert it onto React.js, that is that is to be developed by Facebook Corporation. So this is the language we'll be using as of now as the latest version for front-end development, and it's super fast. Trust me, it's going to be amazing experience for all of you. In a nutshell, you'll be getting to know most of the things within few span of time. Fine. And we need to integrate some data also. We'll be using Node Express and MySQL for the database actually to support the backend. Though we do have lots of cloud technologies also, but within the scope of this time, it is not possible to cover all those. I'll try to cover most of the things. So let us get started. First of all, we'll be starting with creating the project layout. So getting into MS Paint, our e-commerce website would contain a main screen, which is going to have a header section like Flipkart or Amazon. We do have home, login, sign up, card, checkout, these kind of facilities. Afterwards, we'll be using a footer section. So in this footer section, it's created by, crafted by any section you would like to add. And this is the page, which is going to be a main section having left side and a right side. So in left side, you might be having lots of categories like men, women, kids, shoes, footwear, sportswear, apparels, right? And on the right side, you might be having lots of filters to search, sort the products on relevance or might be on their prices. The bottom section, which would be containing lots of products that would have lots of items. They would be layout in a table layout format. So every product would be coming in one line and not exceeding this area should be coming in the next line. And this should not produce an overflow. So we'll be creating 3 pages at minimum: the home page, the login page, and the sign up page. So without wasting time, let's get started. First of all, we'll go for creating Oral University webinar. And this folder would contain first step, that is HTML, second step CSS, then the step is going to be React, and then we would have the backend, that is the API actually, we would call it. On this HTML, we'll try to create first of all our layout that should contain few images, some icons, from somewhere I would get I do have all the assets with me, so you can download it from the link we'll be giving, and you can use this. So first of all, we'll be having the entire project. I'm using Sublime. You could use any software, no problem. It could be like Notepad also, it would be no problem. So let me write index.html, which is going to be our homepage HTML as discussed. So we'll have HTML5 markup, which is not required. These tools are going to provide us lots of facilities. Let's say we'll be using linking of font awesome. That is an icon library, and we would be writing our own custom CSS, which would have a header, a footer, a main section. In header, we would have the item, two items actually. It would be a big e-commerce, and on the right side we'll have ahref of home, login, sign up, cart, orders, profile, checkout, logout, say mining. And we might want to add one more button in the item. That would be, let's say, div class item. That would be having explore. Some link I would update in a moment. So this is our header section. If we try to run this, we could check and see what is happening. We don't have any design as of now. We'll be converting in design just in a moment. So the footer section, that would consist of, let me hide this bottom area, it might be disturbing. So it would be crafted for demo purpose. I mean, there's not that much good design I'll be using, so anybody can use it. So left and right side it would have, the left side would have, let's say, some category name and its counting. On the right side, as discussed, it would have the facilities of writing down. Just a moment. So it would be like this case only. Sorry. So we'll be getting this left and right side. So right side, if anybody is speaking, am I audible to everybody? Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Did I miss something? Okay. I'll close it. No worries. So I think I'm audible and I'm not muted. Yes, no problem. So let us get to the HTML back to the HTML. So we have this thing currently. On the right side, we might be having the filters and the products. On the filters, we might be having sorting icon like ID, old, price, new price, rating and discount. So we would have an input also that would say searching. On the products, we might be having lots of items. So let's say one image will put, an image would be from image folder, any image we would like to add, and it would have the title of the product, the description, might be old price, new price, some rating, some discount, some tags, and add to cart button, which is going to be an icon. So shopping cart is the icon name. So if we could check with this, we could see most of the things are getting in here in our browser. So this was only the HTML. We need to design it. We need to refine the design. Somehow we'll be getting into the design now. So to design it, we place the entire code in our CSS area. So that is our very second step. So we go to CSS and edit this HTML. And we need to link the CSS. But don't we have that CSS folder? So let's move on with this CSS entirely. So we have CSS and font, everything available. So now let us create style.css. This is going to be our designing file. So if we check with this, we could see no design till now. Don't we have img folder in this CSS? I think it's CSS. Yeah, it should be available. So in CSS folder only we created this. We open this one, we should see the image, obviously. So this is what it's going to look like. So in CSS, we'll write the design, obviously. So CSS, the body, that is the entire page would have a background of slate blue, right? So this is the entire page. All the input, button and anchor would have padding of 10 pixel, border of 0, outline of 0, a text decoration of none. So we have this bare minimum design available with us. To make it look professional, we might be writing font family Arial, and this is now little bit good. Go to header, we have position sticky, top 0, width 100%, background black, and color white. It would be split flex with align items center and justify content space around. And our menu is ready with a line height of 10 viewport height. This is the menu, but it should not have any margin. By default, body has 8 pixel of margin. So this is the header. And if we check header A would be color silver, and on hover, the moment we would do an hover on this, it would be color white. We could check the header is ready with us, and they should be uppercase at least. So text transform, capitalize. So they would be having the very first letter as uppercase. Now coming to the footer section, which is going to have a line height of 10 also, background of black color of white, and text line of center. So this is our footer section, but it should be like well aligned. We should be able to see the top section and the bottom section properly in a constrained way. So we have main section that would have a height of 80 viewport height, is equivalent to 80%. And in this main, we'll be using display flex. So what flex is going to do, it's going to align left and right in one line. As per the proposed design, we have left side, which is this area, and right side, which is this area. Obviously, it's not going to be good. If I would apply, this is the right side, and this is the left side, which is to be constrained in a main section. The header, which we discussed, was this, and footer was this. So we should be having the products area is this, and the item which I'm going to write, which is going to hold up all these, which would be these area. So in main, we have left side, that is a class. For writing a class, we should proceed with the class name by dot symbol. So it would be 20%. We could check, and this left side is good now, which is itself having the paragraph with padding, margin, background, color, and a border radius of 100 pixels. So it would be like rounded from the left right side, but this numeric value should be coming on the right side. So we should be writing that as well. So float right on the span part, which was the numeric value 11. And in a moment, we would be making this dynamic, not to worry. So on the right side, in main, we would have 80%. The right side, which would have the filters class, padding 5 pixel, display flex, and justify content center. This is our section of this. But the moment we would have left side paragraph active, would have a background of white and color of black. So we should check what active is going to do. So this browser itself is going to provide us a facility where we could check what active class is going to do. So if we check with this left side, so just a moment, let me write this in the mobile. So we could see responsive part of 1200. And it should be on responsive part. So we should be writing 1200. So if we check on the left side paragraph, we scroll to this area, we can see the class. If you want to add active, so you can see what is happening if we are adding the class active. And obviously this is not looking good because we haven't set up the responsive part. So just a moment, let me add this to the bottom section so we could check most of the things. So this is how we are going to see this properly, right? So if this item is active, if we remove this class of active, you can see this entire section is happening like by way if you provide some color, whatever color you would provide, it would be live actually. Any color of your choice we can use, right? So this is a live preview of what we are going to do. And obviously I'm going to stick with my color that I'm using is slate blue. So in this product section, we do have only one product. So we should go to button, which is going to be active. Background would be black and color would be white. And coming to the products. So the products would be display flex, flex flow wrap, and no, not it's not required. A height of 70 viewport height, and overflow to be auto. So this is the products area. And coming to the products item, it would be width of 15, padding of 1, margin of 1, a background of white, position of relative. So this is our item area. Obviously, it would have some sort of shadow. So it would be box shadow 0, 10, 10, black. This is XY distance and color. And this item itself is having an image. We should be keeping that as well constraint. So it's going to be 100%. And there are a few classes I would like to add in this HTML. There is a class of cart button, and this tags class would have a class of tags. This discount would have a class of discount. Rating would be having 5-star rating. So we should be typing 5 times star icon. So we could see, we are able to see everything. And this discount would be a percent of anything we would like to add. So in this, the tags class, it is going to be position absolute, top 0, left 0, heading 10, background black, and color white. So it should be on the top left of each and every item. I mean, currently there is only one item. You would be writing item properly also. That's not a problem. Now we have discount and tags class also. So this is discount, which is top 50%, right to be 0. Heading background would be yellow. And that's it. Color white is not even required. So we could check with this is available, and it should be constrained with transform, translate y minus 50% as we move this down to the top 50% area. Coming to the cart button class, cart btn actually, by the way, so it would be bottom 0, right 0. And it would be from that bottom right. So we are ready with our HTML and CSS. Let's see how we are going to convert this into React now, because that is a part of React. So for creating something in React, we should be writing, actually I need to convert this React into React, though I have this index and HTML, CSS. I need to convert it into React. For creating a React project, you would download Node.js, nodejs.org. Afterwards, you can specify, you can check you have node version by typing node -v and npm -v. So, or nvm -v. So they are going to provide you a sort of facility. So currently on my machine is 14.17 version, which is nearby latest release. LTS releases. We should not be trusting on the beta release actually. Most of the features won't work out. So currently I do have the stable version. That is what I'm using right now. So we have these version, and if something says like this command is not found on your system machine, so that means you have not configured properly your Node.js configuration, right? So I have downloaded, I have set up, and I ran this command globally. Yet, and after this, I created the project. Project name is basic. Let's say I created basic, and then go to basic folder and write npm start. Then it would start the project. So it generally going to take 40 minutes on my machine, because my system is a little bit slow. So I have already set up those things. can trust on that. So coming to the React part, I have this project already created. So I would copy everything. And from basic, I would have node modules. So if you don't have node modules in any project of React, Node, Express, Vue, Angular, it is not going to run. So to run simply, you could use a trick. Wherever you find a package.json, install and download Node.js and just run npm install. It would install all the packages for you. So let me write. Public is having the CSS and fonts and images, and SRC is going to have nothing. Actually, it's going to have the data and index. That's it. We'll be using this data. So let me start the server by writing npm start. So first layer of HTML and CSS we have created so far. After writing npm start, it would run the project and it would open up 3000 port automatically for us. So just to understand the concept better, we need to deploy this application as well. So I'm going to create a Firebase. You just need to log in from your Gmail account and then you can do create anything. So I'll be writing this by the name of Parul University. So I create, though I'm already having too many projects, not very sure that I'll be having. Yeah, so this one is, let's say, Parul. This is the name I'll be using, and this is going to be the project where it's going to be live. So let me edit this Parul University. So I'm not authorized to use this name, but I think it's allowed for me. For time being, later on I would like to delete it, no problem. So it's a webinar. Yeah, Parul University webinar, right? So this is what I'm going to use. So I continue with this. I would disable this Google Analytics, otherwise it's going to charge. So it's free of course. It would do everything for us. And we'll be creating this project live on this only, right? So we would have, so let's close this up and see the project is going to do something for us or not. So I think we need to have HTML and CSS only to be opened up. Nothing else is required. So from my project SRC on React, I'll be adding this only. So it would have some data and index. Let us get into the database, because without database, how we would be creating the API. So currently we don't have the data. Let's say we don't have the data, right? So we don't have any data. We'll be creating the data. For creating the data, we need to have sort of data actually. So I'll create some of the data from my side as an SQL. So I'll go to, I have a local version of MySQL installed on my system. So this is the way. For this, you need to install MySQL Workbench with a default password coming from localhost root, and password is empty by default. But if you do something, I think it would be changing the password accordingly. So on my system, there is no password. So MySQL U username root -p is the password. That is going to prompt me the password. Afterwards, I could write anything, no problem. So let me create a SQL that I would be writing in here only. So create database, that is for university webinar. So this is what I am going to use. So I'll be using this database and I'll be creating a table, products. In this products table, I would have ID integer, auto increment, primary key, where we are going to have the title, description. We can't use disk because it's a predefined keyword in this MySQL. Old price, which is going to be integer, new price, rating, discount, text, which is going to be a character, and let's say we have image also. We do have date, like added on whatever is going to be relevance or created on sort of thing with the name step. So we're done writing all this, right? So we need to create a sort of data. So insert into products. I could do the same thing with the using procedure, but I'll be using the simplest way possible. So I need to explain also and create this also. So I'll be adding 50 products, so we could use them. So I'll insert null values 50 times. So I would get 50 products first of all. After getting this, I would update products, set title equal to concatenate in Nike with the ID. Description would be some description of the title. So we would have old price, which is going to be random price, any random price we could write. So random price into, let's say, some bigger price. New price would be some less price, any less price. Rating should be 5-star, not less than that. Greater than 5-star. So discount would be any random discount, 55. So we would have tags also. Let us write this because currently we don't have any database. So if I use PUW, I don't have any database by the name of this. So let me see if I can increase. Yeah, there is of no use of creating this. So let me copy this entire thing and write this. So this is done properly. If I go to my entire insert statement, it is also done, no problem. One last one is left. So let me cut this and paste it in here so you could also utilize it later on. And this is what we would have the data. So if we check, describe the products table, we could see the architecture is having ID, title, description, all new rating, discount, tags, image created on. And all of them are having their respective data type. If I would check with the data that is select star from products, you could see this is the amount of data I'm having, except tags and image, there is everything available. Right. So this is, let's say we want to create the image that is to be concatenate with img folder a1.jpg. So this one would be dynamic somehow. So it would be ID. Let's add this, and if we check, we could see all the data is coming up to 50. So last image is from img folder A50, and this is the very first image A1. So only tags are left out. So we need to create lots of tags. So update products, set tags equal to men, women, it's shoes, oh sorry, it's shoes, footwear, Adidas, Schema, Nike, Campus, Liberty, and other also we might have Columbus. Yeah. So obviously they should not be all. So let me write first of all men, and everybody should having the ID. I will check some random ID. So 1, 16, 26 might be 36, and it would be somewhat near to 30. It would be good. 33, 55, 40, 38. Any random numbers we could check with any number. So it would be 39, I believe, 40. Though we have 50 products only, so we need to be in the restricted form as well. So 44, so 47, and this would be, I think this one would be good. So we could use this. So let me write this, and now we could check this command we are going to use select star from products. Why? It should be coming. Just wrote it, select star from products. So this is the data we'll be using, and we need to deploy this data. So I'll be using now PHP myadmin. So I have too many amount of data. Not in here, I'll be using somewhere else. So localhost PHP myadmin. If my server got started, it would show me a panel from where I could export my data, obviously. So it's not a problem. So what was the name? PUW. So if we check with the database, actually we need to create two schema because on the left side, as you can see, we are having men, women, kids, shoes, the categories relevant to them. So we need to create two sort of queries. So select a star from student is the entire data. Tags as a T, count of tags as C, from products group by tags. So if we check with this, and you could, not this one actually, if I would run this command in the panel itself, you could see we are having this data label in this page. So that is what we wanted: Adidas, Campus Footwear, Kids, Liberty, Men, Nike, other Puma shoes, women. They are having their respective counts, so that would be useful for us to put it in the website. So I just want to create a schema out of this. So create X, create view X as, so I'll write it so I can export this data also, obviously. So currently we don't have anything. We would be creating the view tags as select. So if we check VUW, sorry, by mistake I wrote it. If I check VUW, so we could see in this we are having two schemas. In the views we have tags that we want to export. So export, I would be using this one. And I would not like to use SQL. I'll be using JSON. That is JavaScript object notation. So I would get this data first of all. Actually, that data, that's how I created the data actually. So this is the tags data. So this is tags, and this to be an object, and we need to have products also. That would be like this only. So tags would be some data. We'll put it right away. So we need to have products also. Go to the tables and check with the products table. But try to export this out as well using JSON format. So this is JSON, and we click on go. We'll be able to get it done. So this is also done. Let's extract the data from in here also. Obviously, we don't need this unnecessary amount of data. This is the array we'll be utilizing. Obviously, no use to save. And yeah, hopefully I'm done. So whenever you receive these kind of project or these kind of data, right? So it would be problematic, might be for you to understand the concept. I'm sorry. So sorry, by mistake switch. So if we go to this, we could create this data.js file that would be giving us this sort of data. So module.exports. So we have two things. One is products. Second is the data. If you're not able to understand what kind of data we are dealing with, you can always have an online JSON viewer. That is JSON viewer stack.u. That is a Hungarian website. So if you check clicking on this, it would show you a visualization of what kind of nested data or schema you would have. It would show you properly. So the data I just pasted, and when I click on viewer, you could see I'm having products on 0 to 49 index, and we could check we are having the data ID, title, description, old, new, rating, discount, tags, image, and created on. So sort of data that we were expecting. And we do have one more, that is tags, which is going to be itself T, Adidas, C is the count. So Adidas, so campus, men, women, likewise. Now we are going to utilize this one as a data in our React application, coming to be a full stack application. So, yep. So first of all, in index, we need to create the app. Right, so I would import the app. I would import the style. So we would have style.css. So in CSS, we'll be pasting whatever we will take care of that just in a moment. But we need to convert this into React also, because currently it's not React, right? So I'll create one file by the name of app.jsx. Sorry, by mistake, it should have name of uppercase. And I'll import React from React so that I could write HTML with JS. Currently, it's not possible without Babel parser. So it's going to utilize a Babel parser that I'm going to write. So instead of writing class, first of all, I'll be writing class name. Very first thing. Second thing, yeah, almost everything is good. We could check with our data. So it would show some problem unnecessary, obviously. So we need to convert the data first of all. We'll be linking the design in a moment. So if we go, index.js is obviously not required. CSS we're just going to link. Just a moment. So we would import the data first of all, right, from the data.js, which is itself a file having two things, products and tags. We just saw that. And it would have products, set of products, which is going to use a state of data.products. In a moment, you would understand what we are writing, why we are writing. So we have two things, but we need to repeat the left side. We could see, so tags dot map, which is an array function. Every item is going to be converted into this item dot t, item dot c. That is what we are getting from that API. And we could see, instead of writing only men 11, it would show now men, women, kids, shoes, Adidas, Nike, Puma, whatever it was. So it's getting the data. We connected with the backend actually. So we would like to repeat this item as well. So this one, I got this cut and products that we created as a state, but we now converting this data into this. So we would have title, old price, the new price, rating, which is going to be colorized. We'll take care of rating color also, no worries. First of all, the discount and the tax. So yeah, almost everything is okay. We could see, because now we need to link the design. Otherwise, it would be very, very bad to understand. Since we were having first data only, one image only, now we are going to have too much amount of data. And obviously, these images meant to be different also. Till now we haven't binded the image. That's why only we are not getting different images. Now we are done binding the images. We would get 50 different images that we have sort of set up already in JSON. So we could see everything is working fine. We need to link the CSS now, because now it's required, and we can close it and we go to CSS, paste it, right, and check. Oh my God, this is not good. Yeah, it should be in one line, obviously. So we go to CSS and go to the item that we put on the right side. We need to make it inline table. That's the only reason why it was not coming in one line. And without refresh, it would do the trick. So we could see on the left side also we are having something, and on the right side we are also having something. So obviously, if I would click and these rating, they all are black and they are having 5 star. So everybody is having a different rating. So we need to make sure that the rating should be different for everybody. Uh, I'm still on the meeting. Yeah. Okay. So coming to this app.jsx, what rating? Obviously, we could split out the code. That's not a problem. But let me write the style. So what is the style design? Actually, if we are having 3 star rating, we should be making 1, 2, and 3 numeric to be in a different color apart from the color which is not applied on the rating. So it would be less than equal to the rating that we are receiving for sure. It's orange color, otherwise it is going to be silver color. Why we are writing 1, 2, 3, 4? Because rating is maximum 4. So we could see now everybody is going to have a different rating. So obviously it's a color. What did I wrote? Okay. My mistake. So it's a color actually. Yeah. No worries. And my system is slow, so it would take some time to get this. So we have 5 star, 4 star, 0 star. So no rating, like no reviews. Obviously, this was not that much good, but we need to cover this in 1 hour also. So that is also one more reason. Fine. So if we now this sorting and everything else is not working, we need to make sure that is also going to work. So let us create 3 state. One is search and set search. Set search. React, but use state empty for the tag name, that is men, women, kids, shoes. We'll be writing as well. For the column by which we are going to do sorting, by default it's going to be ID. By which order we'll be making it, I mean ascending or descending, because our API is not going to sort this out. We need to do it by ourselves only. So first of all, the left side, its class name would be active if the tag name is equal to the T coming in this loop. If it is so, it would be active, otherwise no. So on click, need to do set tag name, the T. that we are having the loop like men, women, kid, shoes, because C is the count like 11, 5, 10. So this is good. And if we check, we could see. So left side is getting active, but it's not reflecting the changes on the right side. In a moment, we'll be doing that as well. So yeah, this column also would be getting highlighted according to this. So its class name would be active. If the column is equal to this, it would be active, right? Otherwise, it's not active. And on click, we'll be calling set sort. So would be this column. So yeah, we need to create a function set sort. Is going to be obviously a constant set sort, which is going to receive a string. We could do an alert of that string, what we are receiving, and we could set the column, whatever we are receiving. And the order like ascending, descending need to be maintained as well. So we'll try and see. So first of all, ID should be getting highlighted. Initially, the column is ID. We already put that. So if we click, we could see when we click old, it's getting old alert, and new is new alert. It's rating is rating alert. So it's changing and it's updating the re-rendered component again and again. That's why React is amazing. I mean, most of the languages are amazing just because of their strategy of solving and resolving the modular approach. Fine, so sorting is good. And we are not actually sorting the item. So we need to type on input also. So if we try to type something, it could get the filtered content. And in our context, we'll be writing anything, anywhere. It need to search that product anywhere that particular letter or word would be coming anywhere in this in that particular product. It would be a relative search because a customer would be searching on anything, might be on the price, might be on the details, might be on the image, anything it could be like so its value would be search that we have already defined, and on change, since it's not going to update the DOM, so virtual DOM only, so it would do set search event dot target dot value. So event here is the synthetic event, that is a mouse event. Target is input tag, and from input tag we have too many. We do have lots of attributes: placeholder, ID, class, required, pattern, type, minimum, maximum, access key, tab index. There are many attributes: disable, read only, type, value checked. It's so list also. So one of the attribute we are using is value. So this is also good. We just need to reflect these changes on the products mapping. So let us start with the products. So products would be getting filtered whose every item tags starts with the tag name, that is empty initially. So every string is starting with empty string. So it would show all the 50 products. The very first thing is now achieved. So fine. So if we click on this, right, so we are able to see the products that are relevant to that category only. So obviously, yeah, nothing else. Now coming to this sorting, we need to do sorting also. So I mean, if I would write something in this, it should be searching also, but it's not searching right now. So every item which is an object, I would get the values of that object, and in that it would give me an array. From an array, I would convert it into a string, and that string is anywhere containing the word I'm writing in search. It's a relative search. So we could check and see if we are going to have this one as output. So, so it would be Nike 1, 1, 1. Nothing is there. So wherever I would write and search. So let us search anything randomly. So let us use this slate blue color only. So since it's matching with the theme, so 728 I want to search. So wherever is 728, it would show us, right? Even though if I would search 24%, it should show me 24 wherever it is available, right? So wherever is 24, like continuously is 2 and 4. That's why it's 24. It's 24 anywhere in this. If we want to highlight this, we need to create a text property with a component that would show this one. So fine, we need to search also. We need to sort also. So it should be sorting also. Currently, it's not sorting. So for sorting, it's a little bit complicated. Like item of the same products array. So if it is going to subtract, if it is going to give us a negative value, obviously it's going to be a swappable value. It would swap the value, interchange the value, whatever we would call it. So this is going to be on the basis of order. If the order is true, it would do X column. Because subtracting an object from an object is not allowed. It's going to be not a number format that we don't like it to be. So in that case, we need to subtract number only. So products array is having too many data, actually ID, old, new, rating, discount, that are only numbers. So we'll be using that as a column. So now it would be good, and it would be doing a sort as well. So if we check with this, obviously my system is aware that it's somehow getting problem. Okay, so if products dot sort order is true, obviously I need to put question mark. If order is true, it would be this sort, otherwise that sort. It's going to be ternary operator actually. So let's see on the basis of rating only. So if I click on rating, you could see 5-star thing to deal with React, and fine. So what else is left? We need to deploy this application online. That is also one of the tasks. So as I created by the name of Parul minus university, I would like to add, if somebody want to add a certificate, this is going to be the certificate link. So you need to open your JS. If somebody want to get the access of this certificate, just let me write in app, so it would be good for everybody. And let's check this if it is good or not in terms of responsive. So let me write certificate. So this is the website. I mean, just open this and there is a code actually. If you want to write this code, it would be to get the, it would ask you a code, and that code is going to be 4374. Let me write the title 4374. Extract the certificate actually from this link. So we do have this thing entirely available. Let's check if it is having the good design on a mobile responsive page or not. So let us decrease. Oh my god, it's not good, right? Obviously it's not good, very, very bad. So we need to do responsive design now. So @media maximum width. So if it is going to be 900 pixel, it would have header to have a flex flow of column. That is the very first thing. So we could get this on the next line, and it would have a padding of 10 pixel, width of auto, right? So it would be like designed well. It's good. And all the header A tag would be display block. So this is the header we could see, and position to be static, no sticky. So we could scroll this down on the top, and we could see on the left and right side, it should have some sort of design. So main would have flex flow column also. The left is going to be of auto, and right also to have a width of auto. So instead of making them in one line, it would make them in next line. So obviously that filters are not good. So that filters would have padding of 10 pixel, and the products class would have overflow of all. So and height of auto actually. So we could see it properly. But the products inside this products class item, it would have a width of auto, and that's it, because we are already done with auto. So we could see it's getting somehow, but justify content would be center. So we could, and I mean not this margin 2% auto, right? So it would be getting in the center actually. This is going to be the design. So on the desktop it would be looking like this. On tablet or smartphone it would be looking like this. I think we could make two items in one line. So 43% and 1% of margin would be good. No, we need to write 40, because since we have padding also, we could see two items, and somehow it's not that good, but I know it's going to be very good. So yeah, and the products filters are having button. They would be also display block, and the button inside it would be width 100 pixel, display inline table, margin of 5 pixel, 10 pixel might be good. So just to check, yeah. And the footer, I mean the height of the header would also not go 10 viewport height, so line height would be auto. The main would have a height of auto, no overflow. Overflow would be all, so it would also show up the proper things, and we could see it in proper way. So let us upload this to the live website. So what name we do have, it's Parul minus University. So let me close this up. It would take some amount of time. So npm run build. So if I would run this npm run build, I could see a build that is going to be deployed somehow. Let's write it. So it would take some amount of time. So till the time I'm connecting my microphone actually. So it's just going to take up just 5-6 minutes to upload this. I mean, this is Firebase provided by Google. So you could see, I mean, there are many projects in here, but I'm going to use this as a hosting. So you could see this is cloud actually on which we are going to upload the entire website. So this hosting is currently nothing actually. We'll be uploading in a moment. So the moment it's going to build and it's creating an optimized build. So it would take up some time. I'll be writing this. And I mean, and if somebody is asking for the certificate, let's say if you can go and click on this one also, if you want to get the certificate, you can go to the link, and that link, if you click only, it would open up that entire thing. So yeah, it would be taking some time, 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it's going to take. Then we'll be uploading this. So basically, the entire thing, if I would talk about, we have actually to explain something about full stack is it's a stack actually. What is a stack? A shelf of books you would place on the top of each and everybody. Let's say this is a stack which is going to have this many. So let's say this is first stack, which is your database layer. The second one is just a moment. So this is the very first stack. The second stack is your API layer that would be communicating to any application like Google, Facebook. They would be providing you tokens and developer kind of thing, so you can use them. The next API level is going to be your front end, which is going to be the design, and on the cloud it would be, so it's going to be that stack. So full stack means you could use any technology, you could use any, you would be liable to create any capstone project from the very beginning if they might be asking you to create. You do have all the tools to create anything from the very beginning, and in between if you want to collaborate, that is also available. So let's start writing this. So this is the database layer. My fonts are very bad actually. So this is API like Node.js, Express, sockets. I mean, Node.js would be good. Node.js API. And this is going to be our front end. And this is going to be a CI/CD pipeline over AWS, Azure, right, or GitLab, Bitbucket, anything it would be like. So afterwards it's going to be visible to everybody live only. So this is how we go with the stack actually. So let me upload the file, just a moment. It would be, yeah, it's done. So I would do Firebase init. So if we check with the website, right, what was the name? So project overview, if we go to project settings, we could see this is the name, project Power minus University webinar. So project ID is this. So if I would go and open this .web.app, it's not available, right? I mean, this website is not found on my Firebase actually. I'll be uploading in a moment. So it's going to ask me to initialize it in a moment. So I want to proceed yes. I want to do a hosting space, enter, use an existing project, and I would be using Parul University. So we have too many, yeah, this one, Parul University webinar. Yeah. So I would select this one. My public folder would be build since I have my entire build in build folder. I don't want to overwrite anything. I don't have GitHub linking right now. I don't want to overwrite my index HTML and it's done. So if we do Firebase deploy, it's going to completely deploy this entire application over the cloud. So if I would refresh this page again, it would be having the entire website. That is what I want to say actually. So it would take some amount of time, a little bit, not too much span of time it would take. So in a moment we'll be able to see. Actually, my system is a little bit slow, so do not mind about that. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And whatever number of files we would have, it's Google Cloud, so it won't take that much amount of time and it's done. So this is the website and it also gave us the URL. So if I would refresh this page again, we could see it's live now. And yeah, so this is what I was talking about. If anybody, those who are going to connect and want to get this certificate and it's properly working, I mean, this server, if I would close, just a moment, I need to move this because after some time I'll be having next session. So uh, I'll not be able to manage creating and updating again. So close this up. So, so if we check with this, sorting is working, whatever the scope we are having. If you click on the certificate, you would get the URL where the ID is going to be, let's say, 3 4. Just a moment. Let me see the ID. Yeah, it's going to be 4374. So if you write 4374, you can get 4374. So this is verify, and you would get your certificate, your e-certificate actually. So that is what from my side, and thank you very much, everybody, to incorporate with this golden opportunity, so I could provide my little bit of my knowledge to everybody. So from my side, I'm done. Thank you very much. Do I need to proceed with something else?
No, sir, thank you so much for your time and sharing your knowledge with our students. So we can end our session here. And yeah, once again, thank you on behalf of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Goodbye.